back then, the mob, I mean, it was such a different world than it is today. They had a crew of carpenters, right, that worked for the 5 families of the mob. These guys were legitimate union carpenters. And what they did, and it was the same guys, they did it for every family. What they did was they built traps. Now, what's a trap, right? You want to know what a trap is, right? So a trap is a hiding place where if my house gets raided, whatever, the cops are never going to find that trap. That's what a trap is. There's a trap built right now in my old house on 88th Street. I guarantee you that the people that bought that house from my mother, if my mother didn't show them where that trap was, they don't even know. I could walk in that house right now and go to that trap and they'll be in shock that that's in that house. That's how good, that's how it is. And they would go and they would build traps, and the trap was where we hid the money. So we would have a crap game, right? And they would build a trap. And now this is their life. Like if we get robbed and the thieves know where that trap is, these carpenters are going to get killed because nobody knows where the trap is except the carpenter and us. So either if we didn't rob ourselves, then you had to tell somebody where the trap was. So these guys were putting up their life. They got paid good money to build the trap. They built one in my house on 88th Street, and they would go around and they would build traps and crap games and all these houses. And that's where, so in the crap game, we would hide the bankroll in the trap and take it out as we needed it. And so, you know, it was a lot of things, you know, a lot of people worked, bookmakers, you had clerks, you had pickup men, you had, you know, the runners, you know, like we would meet, like my Ronnie Cigars, the guy I went to prison with, he had runners that were in Manhattan. He had runners in every borough, but so like his runners in Manhattan. So every Thursday night, him and I would go to Scores in Manhattan, and he would straighten out with his runners in Manhattan, and they would meet him in Scores and come, and they would straighten out with him on Thursday nights. On Monday nights, he would go to, Sunday nights, he would go to Brooklyn and meet his Brooklyn runners. But Thursday night, him and I went every Thursday to Scores to straighten out with his Manhattan runners. So it was a whole, you know, it was a whole big thing. It was, you know, very, you know, it was big. It was a big operation.